You think you're better than me, huh? He said it slow, like he was tasting the words. A grin heavy with whiskey and something meaner. His hand flat on the desk. My desk for the night. His shadow cutting the light in half. The rain outside was steady. Cold streaks across the window. The kind of sound that made people confess things. I didn't speak. Didn't blink. He waited like silence was an apology. He leaned closer. You know what happens to girls who act too smart? They get replaced. I kept my voice calm. Maybe. Or maybe they get promoted. He laughed. Too loud. The laugh of a man who thinks the room belongs to him. Martin Gray. Head of operations. Golden boy of the firm. The kind of man who clapped you on the shoulder. Then took credit for your work. Who looked you up and down before asking about the numbers. I was his assistant. For now. He called me Leah. Never Miss Rowe. Never my full name. Just Leah. Like he owned the right to shorten me. He liked small humiliations. Late night texts. Touch too long on the arm. Standing behind my chair until I could feel his breath. You tense up, kiddo. You'll get wrinkles. I smiled. Let him think he was winning. Sometimes that's how you start a war. One night he asked me to stay late. Proposal due tomorrow. Everyone gone. Fluorescent lights buzzing above us. He poured scotch from a drawer bottle. Said we should celebrate early. His hand brushed my wrist. Slow, deliberate. I moved my chair an inch. He moved his an inch closer. He said, "You need to learn how the world works. You don't say no to people who can make you." I said, "I understand." He grinned. Good girl. But I wasn't agreeing. I was remembering. At home my apartment smelled like damp paper. I opened my laptop. Watched the small red light of my hidden recorder blink. Replayed his voice. You don't say no. Saved the file. Labeled it Gray 01. That night I slept light. Dreamed of glass breaking. Dreamed of rain on asphalt. Dreamed of silence finally fighting back. The next weeks I played along. Smiled. Took notes. Stayed later. Listened more. I learned his habits. The mistress he called from the parking lot. The supplier who paid him under the table. The intern he cornered in the copy room. Who quit 2 days later. I found the emails. The offshore transfers. The hidden phone he thought no one saw in his drawer. Every night I copied another piece. Saved it twice. Backed it up thrice. The file grew heavy. Like a secret learning to breathe. At the quarterly party he gave a speech. Gold tie. Perfect grin. Told everyone to be a family. Raised his glass. To loyalty. To trust. To keeping our mouths shut. I clapped. Looked right at him. Smiled like I believed every word. Later he found me near the bar. Too close again. He whispered. You look dangerous tonight, Leah. I said. Only when cornered. He laughed. Don't flatter yourself. He didn't notice my phone recording the whole thing. Didn't notice how the music cut just enough for his words to land clean on tape. 3 months later. He got promoted. He sent a group email. Called it teamwork. I replied with a smiley face. Then went home and burned a backup drive for safety. Just in case the world caught fire before I wanted it to. He texted that night. Come up to my office. Let's celebrate proper. You deserve it. I waited 30 minutes. Then replied. On my way. The elevator smelled like wet concrete. The whole floor was empty. Just his light on. Just the rain again. He poured 2 glasses. You really came far, kiddo. He said. I knew you would. I told him. I learned from the best. He smirked. You sure did. I slid the flash drive across his desk. His name printed clean. Gray evidence. He picked it up. Frowning. What's this? I said. Your story. I pressed play. The sound filled the room. His voice. His threats. His laughter. The numbers from the offshore calls. The slurred whisper to the intern. The night she cried in the restroom. He froze. No grin. No noise. Just breathing hard. He lunged for the keyboard. I stepped back. Unplugged it first. He stared. You can't do this. You'll regret it. I said. You taught me not to regret things. He came around the desk. Fast. His chair fell. His hand on my arm. Too tight. I hit him with the glass. The sound sharp. The whiskey splash burning the carpet. He stumbled. Cursed. Looked shocked. Like violence was only allowed one way. I said. Tomorrow this hits every inbox. Every paper. Every cop who ever looked away. He said. You'll destroy yourself. I said. No. I'll just end you. He didn't show up the next day. Then HR called it an investigation. Then a resignation. Then nothing. But I didn't stop there. I sent copies to 3 reporters. 1 to the board. 1 to a lawyer who owed my mother a favor. Within a week his accounts froze. Within 2 his face was on the news. Fraud. Harassment. Kickbacks. All under his name. He texted me once. You think this makes you clean? I never answered. Months passed. I moved offices. Got promoted. Different view. Different quiet. Sometimes I saw new girls at the coffee machine. Nervous. Eyes down. I made sure they looked up again. Made sure they saw that no one touches them here anymore. One night I stayed late. Just me and the rain. I walked to his old office. Door locked. Dust in the corners. I touched the desk once. Cold wood. No shadow left. In my head his voice came back. You think you're better than me, huh? And I finally said. Yes. I am. Weeks later he showed up. Outside the building. Hair longer. Suit cheap. Eyes raw red. He waited by the parking lot. I almost didn't recognize him. Until he spoke. You ruined me. I said. You ruined yourself. He laughed once. Short, broken. You think you won. I lost my job, my name, my house. He stepped closer. Rain soaking both of us. His breath shaking. What do you want from me? I said. Nothing. You already gave me everything. He swallowed hard. His voice small now. Please, Leah. I just needed to stop. I looked at him. Really looked. The man who thought he couldn't fall. Standing like a ghost of his own arrogance. I said. Too late. It already stopped. He took a step back. Hands trembling. I could see the fear crack through his face. The same fear he once gave others. I turned and walked away. Behind me I heard him call my name. Not kiddo this time. Just Leah. Like it finally meant something. People think revenge is fire. That it burns bright and ends fast. But it's not fire. It's ice. It melts slow. Drip by drip. Until the past has nowhere left to hide. I keep the drives in a box. Not for proof. For peace. Sometimes I play them back. Hear his voice begging. Hear my silence answering louder than words. The sound reminds me. That quiet can be stronger than shouting. That fear can turn sharp. That justice doesn't always scream. When the rain hits the window, I listen. And breathe. And let the world know. I am still here. Still unbroken. And the quiet, finally, is mine.